We hear a scared woman's sound coming from a hotel. Edit Margaret, a Manhattan district attorney, finds herself in a panic when a young man she met at the hotel turns up dead in her room. In distress, she calls a number provided for emergencies and hires an unnamed fixer. He instructed her not to open the door or receive a call, and to stay calm till he arrives, and he will knock the door in certain way so she can open it. He arrives to deal with the situation. She told him that the young man accidentally falls through a glass table while jumping on the bed. Their efforts are interrupted by another fixer sent by the hotel's enigmatic owner, Pam, who has been watching via hidden cameras. To safeguard both the hotel's reputation and Margaret's career, the two women urge the men to collaborate, much to their annoyance. The fixers initially hesitate, but Margaret reminds her fixer that he's now on camera and recalls what she was told about him. You take a job, you give your word, and that word is the measure of a man. Reluctantly, the fixers agree to work together, helping Margaret establish an alibi, changing her clothes, and sending her home. They discover a large stash of drugs in the young man's bag, which Pam instructs them to return to avoid further complications. Margaret's fixer skillfully moves the body to his car, using a luggage cart, only to find out that the young man is still alive but in the midst of an overdose. After knocking the kid unconscious and stowing him in the trunk, the fixers suspect the drugs may be from a shipment recently stolen from the Albanian mafia. They take him to June, an underground medical specialist with whom they both have a past. However, the kid, still in his underwear, manages to escape, leading them on a frantic chase through the city. Once they catch him and sober him up with pills from June, the fixers interrogate him in a rundown hotel. He reveals that he agreed to deliver the drugs as a favor to his friend Diego, but ended up in Margaret's room and tried the drugs on a whim. He informs them that the delivery location will be sent to Diego's pager at a club where he's supposed to pick up the stash. At the club, the kid snatches the pager just as the fixers get entangled in a wedding celebration and are spotted by Dimitri, a dangerous Croatian mobster. They manage to convince him that they're not working together and make their exit, but his bodyguard starts to figure out the truth. Later, at a diner, the fixers conclude that drug kingpin Lagrange, Diego's employer, is likely responsible for stealing the Albanian's shipment, and the kid is being set up. Despite believing that the kid is in serious danger, they decide to let him proceed with the delivery, and the pager receives the address for the drop. The fixers observe as the kid enters Lagrange's warehouse, only to see the Albanians launch an ambush. Meanwhile, the two fixers are also ambushed by Dimitri's bodyguards, but manage to shoot their attackers and push their way inside. There, they find Lagrange's men, and the Albanians have turned on each other, leaving a chaotic scene. The kid has survived, hiding in the trunk of a car. Initially, the fixers plan to kill him to cover their tracks, but have a change of heart at the last moment.
Taking the subway.
They accompany the kid home on the subway and confront his father, threatening him to ensure silence about the entire incident. As they have breakfast at a diner in Brighton Beach, the fixers find common ground in their shared experiences, everything from their clothes and guns to their bad backs and reading glasses, yet they struggle to acknowledge it. Margaret's fixer asks how Pam managed to persuade the other fixer to join him. He replies, "You take a job, you give your word, and that word is the measure of a man." Realizing they share the same employer, they piece together the events of the previous night and conclude that their employer orchestrated everything and intended for them to be eliminated. With hitmen waiting outside, the fixers notice that they did not know each other's names yet, and they agree to exchange names. If they survive, then they prepare to open fire. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed the movie recap, and subscribe.